It is.
Oh, it is. But please understand something. You're going to get caught, and we're going to be the ones that catch you. Understand that. You're going to get caught, and we're going to be the ones that catch you, even in domestic drama. Welcome to the PI Report. This is Kevin Harmer with Harmer Investigations here in McDonough, Georgia. Today's topic, the price of freedom. As you can tell, I have no guest today. I want to talk about certain things. Marriage versus boyfriend and girlfriend. Two different entities, same possible goal. We're in a relationship. But we're going to jump right into this. Again, the price of freedom. We're going to talk about boyfriend, girlfriend first. I get a lot of people that call that say, hey, I'm inquiring about services. I think my girlfriend is cheating on me. And we do cover infidelities. There's different things we can do. We can do surveillance. And most of the people, that's what they want. I want you to follow, my boyfriend, my girlfriend around because I think they messing with their baby mama or she messing with her baby daddy. And I get those calls. And I have the conversation with the people. Okay, well, before we even get started, I ask a couple questions. First and foremost is, did you have to make a security deposit down when you got into this relationship? Was your credit score that bad that, you needed a cosigner to get into this relationship? Did somebody have to vouch for you to get into this relationship? And I get that same answer. They hesitate. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. What does that mean? This is what it means. If you didn't pay nothing to be with this person, why are you going to pay something to not be with them? That does not make sense to me at all. You have nothing vested. Y'all might just got an electric bill. You might got a dog. Let him or her have a dog. Go get you a new one because it's going to remind you of the person that you just broke up with. Now, what we do is if you call and you say, hey, I'm dating somebody, I want to make sure that they're not a criminal or they don't have an extensive criminal background. Traffic tickets are okay, but I ain't trying to be with somebody that got an armed robbery charge or whatever the case may be, or they got some domestic violence in their background. Cool, we'll run that all day long. But that's needed information. Point taken. I did have a young lady call me a while ago, and she dating a guy. She met him on some dating app. I don't remember the name. I think POF. I'm not sure what it was, but she wanted to know, about his criminal. No, she wanted to know we can run credit scores. That's what she had. I want to know what his credit score is, and she was a mother of two. So she indulged all that information to me, and I was happy to hear all that. But I asked her, so why you want to know about his credit score? Well, because, if he got a good credit score, then we can do this and he can do that and I can get this and he can buy me that. Yeah, okay. I understand all that. But why isn't his criminal more important than his credit? Because, yeah, he might have good credit. He can buy X, Y, and Z. But if he got a bad criminal record, most likely he going back to jail. Most likely. And I couldn't get this young lady to understand where I was coming from. And, she has two children. Both of them were little girls. And I asked her, I said, well, why would you want to put your daughter in a situation, or both of your daughters in a situation that maybe this guy might have been in prison for a sexual assault case. He could have been in prison for child molestation. He could have been in prison for unwanted touches. He could have been in prison for murder. He could have anything, but that's not important to you. And after maybe about 15 minutes of talking to her, she was like, oh, okay, well, how much is it to win for both? And when I gave her the price, well, I'm really just concerned about his credit. Yeah, okay. You're going to be on the first 48 and your children, I hate to say it, but, something could happen. Predators or criminals, they will repeat their cycle over and over and over again, especially these predators out here. Again, this is an informational podcast that we're going to give to you. This lady didn't want to hear to nothing that I had to say. She just wanted her credit score, or I'm sorry, his credit score. And again, all money ain't good money for me. Like I told her, look, it's nothing I can do for you. I'm not going to run this guy's credit. I don't want your money. You can call another company since the credit score is the only thing important to you. I'm a father. I have a daughter. And ain't no way in the world I'm allowing my daughter to be around no pedophile. It's not going to happen. This young lady just wasn't adhering to that. But for those that do want to know the person that they're dealing with, yeah, we will let you know if there are felonies in their backgrounds, if there's misdemeanors in their backgrounds, if they've been to prison, you know, whatever. I won't tell no other information. I'm not going to tell you that person's last address. Well, they said they live 123 Jonesboro Street, McDonough, Georgia. Well, if that's what they told you, you ride by there. I'm not going to confirm where they live at because years ago, many, many years ago, when I first got into this business, there was a story that did go around. A guy called a PI company, told them the same thing. Hey, I'm dating this young lady. I need to know a full background on her. I need to know everything about her. And that's what he got. He got everything. He got her name, her social, her date of birth, all her addresses, her parents' name, her email addresses, things, everything on this lady, what kind of car she drove, where she worked. He got all that information. Everybody probably thinking, okay, that's what he paid for. Nope, that's not what he paid for. He should have never gotten all of that information. And this is the biggest reason right here why I don't give out this information. Unbeknown to that PI company that's no longer in business, that gentleman had recently just got out of prison because 10 years prior, he did rape that young lady. So the PI company helped facilitate the re-traumatization of that young lady because we don't know if he went and did anything else to her. So understand that's the biggest reason why I will not give out anybody's information. I don't care, boyfriend, girlfriend, y'all can be engaged. If y'all ain't been in front of Buddha, a priest, a rabbi, a judge, a minister, and y'all didn't say them I do's, then I don't. Understand that. That's not going to happen. I'm not going to be accessible to no crime. I'm not going to facilitate no crime that's possibly can happen. So for y'all single people out there, even if you engage, you are still single. Understand that. Single. I will not run full backgrounds on anybody, but I will run a background check on the person that called me to say, hey, yada yada yada, I want this, I want that, because I need to know who I'm talking to. And then if I see you do got a background and it feel kind of fishy to me, I'm gonna get that person head up that you asked for. Because especially if it's a young lady, most women out here are vulnerable. There are some strong women out here, but there's always vulnerability in everybody. So I will not set somebody up to be victimized, and I will not be a party of that. So y'all single people, it's all well and good, but I'm not harping on it because hey, everybody was single at one point in their life. Some people stay single all their life. You just ain't met the right one. But do not call me and say, hey, I want a full background. I want to know where they live at, what kind of car, where they work, and things of that nature, because you don't have a right to know that. Ask the person that you dating, where you live at. And if you got to call a PI company because you just went on a first date and now you want to know where this person at because you picked her up at her girlfriend's house and she don't want you to know where she live at, that's being precautious on her. And I applaud the women that do that. But again, don't call me for that foolishness about you want a full background because you're not going to get it. I'm not going to tell you the charges that the person have, but I will tell you they are a felon. They have misdemeanors, traffic citations, things of that nature. If you want to go deeper than that, ask. Sit the person down, have a conversation. Hey, you know what? When I was 19 years old, I got locked up for X, Y, and Z. And they might open up to you. And if they don't open up to you, then you got a decision to make. Hey, am I going to be with this person or not? Because they didn't indulge or divulge the information that you already know. But then why put yourself through that? As a PI company, we are here to help people. That's what it is. We are here to get answers that you believe on something is going on. So I'm not going to follow your boyfriend or your girlfriend around. I'm not going to follow your fiance around on surveillance. If they cheating, they cheating. They've been cheating. But now all of a sudden you need closure. The closure is they cheating. Well, his actions has changed. He's now coming home at midnight. Okay. Well, they say the only thing open after midnight is Waffle House and legs. What you gonna do? So other than that, when we come back, my phone lines are open. I would like a married person. Listen to me, people. Married, not engaged, not recently divorced because you're single. Married. I need a married person to call me. We're going to talk about marital drama and what we can do for you as a company to help you get the answers that you need. This is Kevin Harmer with the PI Report. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Kevin Harmer with the PI Report. We're going to continue with domestic drama. Like I said, the phone lines are open. I want a married person to call me so we can talk about some different things. I would really like for a client to call me that's already in my system. Look like we got our first caller. Let's see who this is. I'm not to operate this stuff. C, how are you?
I'm great. How are you, Kevin?
I'm good. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Because she's still a current client of mine, we're just gonna go ahead and call her C. I don't want to disrupt anything that's going on with you. How's everything going with your love?
Everything's going good today.
That's good. Good. We're gonna give a welcome to the show. You on the PI Report. This is my podcast. You know, it's an informational, investigative podcast. So we talk about real life stuff here. You know, nothing made up, nothing, none of that crazy stuff. So I'm glad you called because I just said I wanted to, you know, hopefully I can get a client to call in and boom, you was on point. Look at you. Camera ready at all times. So let's let's talk about how we met if you don't mind.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second, cause I gotta try to figure out how to operate this stuff. I don't know. Maybe can you say something for me real quick? I need to see if the engineers can hear you.
Okay. Can you hear me?
All right,
You
we
good?
good, we good. All right, so let's talk about how we met. See?
Okay. So I met Kevin through a attorney that I was hoping to represent me. Um, Kevin is somebody that they use all the time.
That would be the South Atlanta Family Law.
South Atlanta,
Okay.
Atlanta Family Law, correct? And so the first day I met Kevin, um, at the time my husband had me under surveillance, and he was saying he was going to his studio. He wasn't going to his studio, and he was financially neglecting me. I couldn't afford anything. I was nervous, scared, um, and I was told to contact Kevin, and that's what I did. From day one, Kevin made me feel like I had a sense of security. He assured me that I had nothing to worry about. And with one click of a button, he showed me everything that he could do in a matter of seconds. And since then, I know he refers to me as a client, but he's been more than just a security blanket for me.
Kevin a superhero, but look at that.
Yes, yes.
You make Kevin sound good. And I'm Kevin, but hey, look, you're gonna make me cry on my own podcast. We can't do that now. Hold on now. I'm a thug. Okay, so and I know you've been through a lot. You know, I don't want to put all your business out there, but you know, you went through a lot of you still going through a lot of drama.
Still, I was just getting ready to say, still going through a lot of drama. I haven't even had a chance to tell you what's going on right now.
But
And
we're gonna, you know, we're gonna hold that for a private conversation. You know, I don't
yes,
put it out there like that. So, like I said, I wanna protect your identity. You know, like I said, we won't name your husband. I know who he is.
yes.
So, you know, but let's talk about some of the things that you had to endure outside of the emotional. You know, you did talk about he was financially neglecting you. Because there's some children involved in this. I understand, if I remember correctly.
Yes, we have 5 kids. Right now, one minor. Um, but if we're going to talk about just the abuse that I'm still currently going through, um, even my adult children they've been living through it and still living through it with me.
Because I know we've had, you know, I met two of your daughters. You
Yes,
know, because there was an incident with one of your daughters that somebody showed up at her job, and then you know y'all was trying to find out who he was, but that was somebody that your husband was that had put on you, you know, as
yes,
surveillance. So
yes,
basically, you know, you were being stalked by an unknown person, and
yes.
most likely he wasn't even a private investigator. He might have been a friend of your husband's, and you know, because None of my people would do that stupid stuff that, from the
Yeah.
video that you
No.
showed me. So, explain, why did you feel that you needed a private investigation company?
I needed a private investigator because of the types of things that Frank was doing. One, his whereabouts. He would say he was going to his studio um, and would be gone for hours at a time, wouldn't be at his studio. Two, I needed a private investigator for the tracking devices that I was finding by mistake in my car, in my closet, underneath my bed, plugged in the wall like a phone charger, in the form of writing tools, little gadgets stuck on the wall. Um, and I'm not a technology driven person, so I needed a private investigator to help me find out what some of the devices was and why.
So you were being stalked outside and inside your home, even in your own
Yes,
vehicle, you know.
yes,
And did you try to seek law enforcement help?
yes. Um, and a current situation was about 3 weeks, 3 weeks ago. Law enforcement um, did nothing. They referred me quite a few times to the Haven House, and Kevin, from one of my previous situations this year, went through the Haven House. The Haven House assigned an attorney to represent me and my minor child um, for the stalking situation, the devices, and the bruises that I was waking up to. And I had photos. I had proof. I had physical witnesses alongside of the children, and not only was the police not able to do anything, the judge did nothing um, to help me, and it left me feeling hopeless. And actually, I did follow through with what the judge told me to do. He said he felt that I was in the wrong court, that I should have been in divorce court, and now I'm actually currently going through a divorce, which the emergency hearing started in August and it's been pushed. We still haven't seen a judge yet in regards to even an emergency situation to open up finances to me. Um, I've been forced to seek the government for public assistance.
Wow.
Um,
So you went from living high, because your husband is well known.
being a millionaire
You went from, millionaire status
to
to,
food stamps.
wow. And law enforcement, the justice system in your mind has let you down.
Yes.
And then,
Yes.
you know, you have to, or you was going to have to pay money to get answers that law enforcement could have got for you.
Yes.
Wow.
I actually, I had to borrow money from family and friends to seek an attorney to represent me, and I still owe him money
Wow.
for answers that I feel the police could have given me or that a judge could have helped me with.
Because at one time, if I remember correctly, you thought maybe it was something going on with him and one of those police officers?
Yes, I still think that, Kevin.
Okay.
Yes.
See, I know you in New York right now. And again, my condolences to you and your family. Thank you, for calling in. I really appreciate that. But
You're
when
welcome.
you get back, y'all come see me.
Okay.
We'll
We
get some
will.
things.
We will.
If I don't talk to you or see you by the holiday, happy holidays to you and the family. And again, my condolences on your loss to your family member.
Thank you, Kevin.
But keep your head up like you always do. It's always going to be a brighter tomorrow. Okay.
All right.
All
Thank
right, love.
you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
That's C's case is common, and it hurts my heart. If y'all don't know, I'm former law enforcement, and to see my previous profession doing this on a consistent basis, it's not always a civil matter. There was a lot of criminal stuff that C did not talk about that I do know that should have been handled by law enforcement. And I'm not here to bash law enforcement because I do work hand in hand with them, but wrong is wrong, right is right. she went from literally being a millionaire and woke up the next morning, like she said, having to seek government assistance because finances was taken, and this is a common thing that's going on. And unfortunately, it's a common thing with women. I will say, out of all my clients that's outside of my law firm clients, 90% of those are women, you know. And it hurts my heart to see that because husband and wife, that's the drama between y'all. But you got 5 kids or 5 children involved in this. And they are seeing and they're going to replicate what they see their parents are doing. And I think there's 3 boys or 3 males and 2 daughters involved in this case. So, and the youngest is a girl. So she's seeing how a man is treating her mother, who's supposed to be her father. And she's seeing how law enforcement won't interject. She's seeing the bruises. She's seeing the being followed around. And then the adult male sons have grown up seeing their father do this. And I'm not a court of law. I'm not here judging the husband in this manner, but from the investigation that we've done and what I've seen and what I can prove, it's sad, but that's part of this drama, it'll fall up on the infidelity. However, that's a criminal matter as well, and that's another topic that we'll talk about a couple episodes down the line on criminal investigations. But for this domestic drama stuff, the price of freedom, that's the name of this topic. It cost this lady over everything. She went from a millionaire, private jets, yachts, exclusive parties, living in a beautiful house, driving luxury cars, to now with an EBT card. And it's sad. It's real sad. But that's part of this domestic drama. This is the type of cases that, we will take. She's a married couple. There is a lot vested, and that's the key word in this if you don't understand, vested. She has a lot vested, 5 children. She's an author. He does what he do. He's worldwide known. Both of them are. However, 5 children, a lot of money, a lifestyle that she is used to, that she helped build, crumbled overnight for her. So that's the stuff that I'm talking about. We'll do investigations on that all day long. It's not a boyfriend-girlfriend situation. That was a husband and wife. 30 years of marriage. That's a lot of time vested. So why wouldn't I take that case to help her out? Does that mean I believe her in the beginning? I take you at face value. If I prove that you're wrong or you've lied to me, not only are you going to lose what you lost in your marriage, all the money you put in me, you just lost because I'm going to drop you as a client. Because you lied to me. If I can't trust my own client, then what am I going to do with you? And that means you're lying to the courts as well. So that was on point. She is she is a client, still a client, and I'm glad she's listening. She called in. I have time for one more call. Hopefully I can get somebody that's not a client. And we can talk about some other things that what they might be going through. They might sign up today. Hey, you might see today I sign a client. And that's what this is about. I'm not, I'm always trying to gain business, but domestic drama, anything like that, surveillance, there's a lot of things that we do. And you see infidelity, with domestic drama for infidelity, it's always going to be about child custody because there's most likely going to be children involved. GPS vehicle tracking, we can do that all day long as you're married. If you're not married, don't ask me about this because you don't have a legal right or a legal authority over that vehicle. Financial background checks we can do on people. I can find money. I don't care where you got it buried. If you ain't got it buried 6 feet in the ground, I'll find it. But these 3 right here come hand in hand. But there's a lot of other things as well. You got, like I said, financial backgrounds, asset checks, because a lot of people getting smart. People with money, they're getting smarter. They're putting stuff in other people's name. But understand something, like I said, my slogan, you're going to get caught and we going to catch you. Just because you put it in somebody else's name, as long as I can prove that you transferred out of your name into somebody else's name, you're still a legal owner of it. Understand that, and we're going to find it. So, looks like I got time for one more call, and hopefully we can get somebody in that's not a client. We can get somebody, that's going through something serious, and we're going to go ahead and rock with them. We'll be right back. Again, this is Kevin J. Harmer with the PI Report. Welcome back to the PI Report. It's Kevin J. Harmer with Harmer Investigations. My mind is still blown over that last call. It's sad, you know, it is disheartening as a man to see a woman and 5 children going through that. And even though I'm living it with her, but to see her and if I have her call in and really talk about it, it's still disheartening for me. But it goes to show one thing, you know, you can't take life for granted. You know, I would have never thought I would have been needed in something like that, but being in this business almost 20 years, there's nothing we can't investigate. And unfortunately, it's costing people money. Fortunately for me, I'm the recipient of that money to keep this business open. But I'm being referred by law firms, or my other, you know, Harmer Investigations is being referred by law firms, and she was a referral. And, you know, we are able to continuously to assist her. But there are a lot of people out there, not just women. There's a lot of men out there, you know. She went from rags to riches back to rags. So, but she's keeping her head up. You know, she's a mom, you know, and that nurturing is taking effect. And she's starting to listen to her adult children because they at ends with. And they like, enough is enough. You know, if you're going to keep staying with this guy, then, hey, we done with it. Don't complain. Don't do this. Don't do that. You know, so when you get to that point, ladies and gentlemen, in your marriage, when you get to that point, and I tell every married couple, when you know when you've had enough and you'll walk away. But understand something, boyfriend, girlfriend, it's free to walk away. Married couple, it cost her millions to walk away. And a lot of us out here ain't got me. I ain't got that stupid money. I ain't got millions like that. I'm 100 there. I ain't in 1,000 there. I'm 100 there. But it's going to cost money to get out of your marriage. And again, the price of your freedom. How much is it worth to you? It cost her over $1 million to just walk away. So, hold on, we got somebody else calling in. I thought I was gonna have to keep talking. All right, let's see who this is. I'm not an Apple again. Harmer Investigations, how can I help you?
Hey, how are you?
I'm great, how are you?
I am just fine.
Are you ready for Turkey Day?
Yes, I am. I sell food.
Can I come over?
For Thanksgiving, I sell pans of
I ain't got no money.
So I'm very busy.
Okay. How can I help you? What's your name, love?
My name is Kenya, and I'm calling from Macon, Georgia.
Kenya from Macon, Georgia. Well, I'm Kevin. I'm the owner of this company. You have lucked up today and got me on the phone. How can I help you? You must need my services.
I do. I got a quick question.
Okay, I got a long answer.
So let me tell you what I got going on. So I've been married almost 3 years.
Congrats.
But it's to a long relationship, an on and off relationship for about 20 years. And so we finally got married 3 years ago, almost 3 years ago.
Wait a minute, hold on. You've been together 20 years and then decide after that you're gonna get married.
Yeah, it was actually 20 years total, but we separated maybe 100 times between.
What you do wrong?
Literally.
What you do wrong?
Literally.
What you do wrong?
100.
No, what you do wrong? What you do wrong?
Well, I was young and he's older. He's like 19 years older.
Damn.
So, so I was young and so I didn't know, I wasn't ready. And I don't think he was either because he was doing stuff. I was doing stuff. I would leave. I would go back and he would do stuff. I would leave. I would do stuff. I would leave. It was just crazy.
So wait a minute. Hold on. He 19 years older.
I'm 50 and now he's 68.
Damn, he got a date with a grave digger, don't he? No, I'm just playing. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. Okay.
Listen, he's in better shape, I think, than I am.
Okay.
It's crazy.
So then why you calling me?
Okay. So I'm suspecting some stuff. Now, I'm gonna tell you what I suspect. I suspect because of our past. You know, sometimes you can get over it, but you can't forget it. So then the signs, you know, you see signs. You always see signs. A woman always knows.
Does one of them signs say stop? Do one of them signs say stop?
On my side or his?
Your side. No, your side is green because you calling me. So you suspecting that your husband, that's 19 years older than you, messing around.
Yeah.
Okay, hey, I believe you. So you've been married 3 years. You're legally married.
We are.
Okay, y'all was in front of somebody that had the authority to say, do you take? And y'all say yes, or I do.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Y'all live together?
Yes, we lived together in those years, on and off too.
No, I'm saying right now. Do y'all live together right now?
Yeah, we're married and together. Yes.
Okay. And so you say his pattern has changed a little bit?
More so, like, because I work still, like I work second shift, and I also cater on the side, so I'm always busy. And he's retired. He's a retired engineer.
Okay.
So he's retired, and so he has more time, freedom, I would say, to do, you know, to roam. And so I'm more confined because I'm working or I'm catering. So,
okay. So you want proof that he's possibly, we're not going to say he is, but you want to just be able to confirm your suspicion.
That's right.
Okay. So you have two options. Okay. Option number one is like trying to hit the mega million, like I tell everybody. Okay.
Okay.
What that means is we do what we call a full surveillance. We put him under full surveillance.
Okay.
And you pay the money, and it's like walking into a gas station asking for a quick pick. Because if he don't do anything while we got him under surveillance and your time is up, you don't win.
Right.
Okay? And then that's when you're going to call me and cuss me out, talking about, well, you ain't do your job, and and I'm like, no, he just didn't do anything that day. I'm sorry. You know, option two, because y'all are legally married and you live in the same household, you have legal authority over the vehicles, which means that you can pick up, you have your own car, he has his own car, or do y'all share a car?
No, we have separate.
Okay, so that means that any given time you're in the house, you can pick up any car keys, yours or his, and drive it. So that means I can put a tracker on his car. Now,
I like that one.
with the tracker tells me everywhere he's been. Now listen here, because you sound, you got that little rah-rah in you. Don't be calling me all the time at night talking about where he at. Okay? I tell all my clients that ain't none of your business where he at right now. Okay. But, so this is how this works. To put him under full surveillance, like I said, it's like hitting a lottery. You know, full surveillance runs at $1,000 for 8 hours. Okay? But if he don't do anything, you out of $1,000.
Right.
Okay? For the tracker, you get the tracker for 7 days. Okay? And that runs $550 a week. Now,
that's cheaper.
That's cheaper. But here's the connection to it. If you call and say, hey, I'm gonna be out, I'm working late, or whatever the case may be, and he's not home, can you go and put him under surveillance? Then at that point, you're put under a $90 an hour surveillance rate on for that.
Oh, okay.
You know, so the tracker is paid up front. Once the 7 days is up, you control that money on the $90 an hour, because you'll tell me, hey, we get out there and say, okay, you know, he's here, he's at a house, and you're like, yeah, I don't know who that house is. I'm never going to tell you where that house is. Understand that, because I'm not a bail bondsman. That $550 you paid is for my tracker, not to get you out of jail. So don't give them folks my card when you come, because you want to show up. And I say, oh yeah, we at 123 Main Street, Jonesboro, Georgia. Next thing I know, you done showed up at 123 Main Street. You know, you're going to lose your money with me, and you're going to go to jail if they call the police. Again.
I'm going to tell you something. You don't need to tell me, because I'm telling you, if I got to go find them, I'm going to jail.
Again, 550 GPS tracking, not bail's bondsman.
Okay. I understand.
You know, but other than that, we'll put him under, if you want the surveillance, we'll put him under the surveillance. What you get with what you'll get with surveillance, you'll get a full detailed report. If he is in another car, if he's at a residence and there's cars there, we'll run the tags of those cars to find out if they come back to that residence and identify the person that's living in that residence. I'm not Magnum PI. I'm not sitting in a red Corvette across the street with a 35 millimeter camera. Pictures can be explained. A video tells the entire story. Okay.
That's right.
So, even if they're out and about, we have what we call covert video or covert cameras we use to capture all their activities in an inconspicuous way. Now, once the 7 days is up and I tally up how much money you owe, I will not release anything to you until that bill is paid.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Because you rah-rah and I get rah-rah about my money.
That's right. But let me ask you something. That's just like on TV. Usually, them people have to pay that money up front before you do anything.
Well, you paying for the tracker up front. I don't know you like that. You just call me. I don't know you. So, no, you only, like I said, for the tracker it's $550. You pay that up front. But before anything gets started, what we'll do is I'll put you under a legal contract, and they'll say, okay, you're asking for the GPS tracker. It runs $550 a week. If we are called out for surveillance, you're put at a $90 surveillance, a $90 an hour surveillance rate. That money will have to be paid prior to any reports are turned over to you. So, like I said, what you'll pay up front is the $550. My contract is an e-doc. I will, get all that information from you. I'll send you a contract. And once I get that back, my office staff will send you an invoice from QuickBooks for the $550. Once that's paid, then we'll set up a case in our system. You'll get an email from our case management system telling you to set up a username and password. That gives you the opportunity to go, if you ask for us to go out on one day, and you can log in the very next day and see exactly what we've done. It won't say where we were. You won't see that part. But you'll be able to say, okay, yeah, we were instructed to go follow the tracker. Subject was located at a residence. We've identified the people that lived at that residence. You won't get all that information until the final report. Again, I'm not a bail bondsman.
Okay.
But we will identify the cars. We'll identify everything like that. So it sounds good to you?
It sounds wonderful.
All right. What I'm going to do, I'm going to have somebody call you back from my office. They're going to get all your pertinent information, and we'll send you the contract, and we'll do what we can do, okay?
I thank you so much.
Thank you, love. You have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. That's how it works. She called in. She needed services. And unbeknown to me, I just got a new client. She wants the GPS tracking. Her and her husband been married for 3 years. They've been together for over 20. He's older than her. But that doesn't matter. She has a suspicion that he's doing something because of her work schedule and what she's doing on the side is, selling plates of food and things of that nature. So we're going to go ahead and lock her in. My office staff will contact or send her a contract. We'll send her an invoice. And that's how it is. It's just as simple like that. How I gain a client. I didn't come on here today to gain a client, but I will never turn a client away, especially a married client. It could have been anybody. She could have called and said, hey, you were referred. I get a lot of referrals, and I'm happy for that. But her situation is common as well. Hers isn't as extreme as C's was, but that's a common thing. And again, here's the biggest thing. Here's where I separate myself from every other company out there. And I believe this is what's getting me to be the number one company in the state of Georgia. I give you an option. Okay? Would I like $1,000? I sure would have. Would I have gotten any results for her? It's a 50-50. Mega Million. You go and play that lottery ticket, it's a 50-50, you're going to win or you're going to lose. Same way with direct surveillance. It's 50-50. But because they're legally married, they live in the same house. She has legal authority over his vehicles. He has legal authority over her vehicles, which means they can pick up either one of their cars. They don't need their permission. They can drive off, go to the store, go to work, go wherever, and it's fine. So we're going to throw a tracker in there and see where he go. We're going to be able to track everywhere he go. All right, we're going to take a break real quick. When we come back, my favorite part of this segment, things you need to know. I'm going to give you the top 3 things from today's episode. Again, remember, today's episode, the price of freedom. This is Kevin J. Harmer with the PI Report. I'll be right back. Welcome back to the PI Report. This is Kevin J. Harmer with Harmer Investigations. My favorite part of the segment, what you need to know. Real simple. Today was it was the price of freedom. How much do you want to pay? So here's my top 3 things. Male or female, married couples, even single couples. If you suspect or think that your significant other is cheating, trust your gut. That's number 1. Trust your gut. That's the one thing that won't lie to you is your gut. Number 2, married people. Because if you call me single, I'm not going to do no surveillance for you. I'm just telling you up front. I'm just going to be honest. But married folks, number 2, get you a licensed professional to confirm your suspicion. In the state of Georgia, you have to have a license to do private investigative work. Don't call your girlfriend or don't call your homeboy. Hey man, I think she cheating. Go give me some pictures. That ain't gonna fly. You mess around, gonna get locked up. The person that's doing that, because that is a crime in the state of Georgia. And 3, to me, I think this should have been number 1, but I had to put this as number 3 because I believe it's the most important. Understand one thing: tomorrow is going to be a brighter day. It really is. Regardless, I got somebody else calling in, but they didn't call in on the right phone. But I don't have, time to talk to them today. But understand, again, tomorrow is always going to be a brighter day. To wrap this up to end episode number 2, I want to thank everybody that did tune in. I want to thank my callers. I want to thank C. I want to thank Kim that called in. Anything you need, you can definitely reach out to me, Harmer Investigations. I'm located at 18 Atlanta Street, Suite 175, McDonough, Georgia, 30253. I can be reached. You can go on my website. I make it easy for people, even if you don't want to talk to me. You can go on my website, www.harmerinvestigations.com. Please make sure you put an S on the back of investigations, because if you just put Harmer Investigation, it's never going to reach me. You can go on my website, see everything that we do, and you can type in a case, and it'll be sent to me that you want to open up a case, and somebody will reach back to you. If you want to call, we'd love to talk to you. As you see, 678-272-8413. This shows some of the stuff that we do. There's a lot more that we do. It's just not on here, but the new banner will have everything, almost everything that we do. I'm the face of this company. I'm not afraid to show my face. My job is to help folks to get what you need. Today's episode, hopefully it resonated with a lot of y'all. C's story is touching. Kim's story, both of them are common. But she wants to put a tracker on it, and she got a lot of fire in her. I'm scared to death she's gonna call me one day, or she's gonna call me when this is over, talking about, hey, I'm locked up, and I'm like, I told you. But that's how it is. Understand, private investigation work isn't just about infidelity. Not my company. It's not just about infidelity, what we do. We do a whole lot more. We're going to talk about everything. Every episode that I have, we're going to talk about what we do. Unfortunately, it's going to cost people money because law enforcement isn't doing it, especially when we get to the criminal investigations. It's going to cost family money for me to do a job. This right here, infidelity, is costing folks money because they suspect something. But trust your gut, hire a professional, and believe tomorrow will be a brighter day. All right. Thank you for tuning in. I want to give a quick shout out to my sponsors, Get It Done Boss. That's Miss Raquel Felton, Bevy Faye from Elevate Her Video. And I'm sorry, Bevy J. Is it? Yeah, Bevy J. I'm sorry. Please don't kill me, Bevy. I'm sorry. Bevy J from Elevate Her Video. And the beautiful, sleek 41 Griffin Street, McDonough, Georgia. Come on down. Come see this place and Let them get your business. As you see, all my podcasts are going to be shot here. This is a beautiful spot, give patrons to the owner. Again, I'm not going to say her name. I want y'all to come and give these folks the business, not just to come down here to get a photo out with the owner. I want y'all to patronize these people. This is a beautiful place. Come check out Sleek at 41 Griffin Street, McDonough, Georgia, 30253. If, like I always say on my videos, I got people walking by, hey, how are y'all? If you ever need investigative work, I'm your boy Kevin J. Harmer with Harmer Investigations. Reach out to me via web. Email is info@harmerinvestigations.com. Make sure you put an S on the back of that, investigations. Call me up, 678-272-8413. If you just want to go to my website and see what we do, call me. If you got a case that is not even on my website, I will let you know if we can do it or not. It's been a pleasure. This has been the second episode of the PI Report. I'm your guy, the PI guy. Thank you. Everybody stay safe. Happy holidays. Peace.